Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Dre with the Real Uncomfortable Conversation podcast. Y'all already know the count. You know how we starting off. What's up with them feelings? Energy check. How y'all feeling out there? Reflect on your day. That's how we're going to start these podcasts off. Just reflecting on your day. What's up? What you did today? What was your ups, your lows, your mids, your highs, all that? What's up? How was your day? I was feeling really optimistic today. I had a very successful day. I was able to start off with an extra couple hours of sleep. With my personal training business, I often will wake up early, but I set my own schedule. So, I'm used to just waking up in the morning. Somebody need me up in the morning, boom, I'm there. But I'm realizing that it takes a lot of energy. So this week, setting my schedule, I made sure that I didn't, overbook myself. So I gave myself a couple days to enjoy my wake up, and I had to wake up at 5. Today was one of them days, and I woke up. I was like, I'm not used to having all this time in the morning, but I was able to I went to the gym. I got out of my gym. Sometimes I could kind of get writer's block staying in my gym lifting so much. So I was able to go to an old gym that I used to train at. Shout out to Anytime Fitness. Big shout out to them. They let me come in there and do my thing. And, I'm really thankful for the opportunity, that I was given at that time. But, great love and support for them, so I'm excited about that. Did a little workout, seeing everybody there. It was a good, optimistic vibe. Everybody still watching me on social networks. So it made me feel real good, y'all. It made me feel really good. Definitely be able to wake up, a couple hours later, made a big difference. And this just kind of piggybacking off that, it's to any of my bosses that set up their own schedule, make sure y'all overbook yourself. You know how that go, when you're so used to, working. Don't overbook yourself. Take time out of the week. Make sure you kind of, readjust. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I definitely needed to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So, that stuff, make sure you don't overbook yourself, y'all. People that make their own schedule, don't overbook yourself. Balance, that's what I'm working on, balance right now, making sure I'm balancing, my happiness and my life. I'm really excited. Another good thing is I'm getting a lot more clients, so that's exciting with my personal training business. So I'm excited. I'm pretty optimistic, y'all. Pretty optimistic right now. The podcast is definitely doing a great thing. I think I had like 40, maybe about 30 to 40 something subscribers in 24 hours, y'all. Let's go. 35 followers, subscribers. I keep saying followers. 35 subscribers in 24 hours. Y'all not playing. Listen, I just got excited out of nowhere. Listen, y'all keep subscribing. Watch how I put this content up here. You see what I'm saying? Just keep subscribing, and I'm going to keep this energy up here. This thing going to take off. I just got lit out of nowhere. But, sometimes you got to, hype your own self up with some of the facts. Sometimes you don't even be realizing how grateful you should be, and how you're in a better place and blessings all around you. We are too blessed to be stressed. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes just sit back and just think about all the things that you do have versus the things that you don't. So I'm excited about that, to be starting a podcast, the real, that's the most important part. This is the Real Uncomfortable Conversation podcast. You understand what I'm saying? So I've been telling people about it, and people get riled up when I talk to them about this podcast. I say off rip, the number one first rule about this podcast: you can't debate. You can't debate on my podcast. There's no debating on this podcast. You will be forced to learn how to listen. You will be forced to learn how to hear and understand. And if you don't like that, this ain't the podcast for you. You understand what I'm saying? I got tired of people not learning how to step outside of the box. You got to step outside of the box with this type of understanding. So I said, you know what? I got so tired of being misunderstood and so tired of people being limited with the ideas and concepts. So many people, right, are so debatable that they eliminate the opportunity to understand. Because when you start debating, guess what? You really don't have no desire to understand, to listen, or hear. Only thing you want to do is disagree in your head and then rebuttal. If I'm lying, I'm flying. That's why you can't debate up here. You have to challenge yourself to understand. All right? So that's how we rock. I'm gonna say that a lot, y'all. So I've been telling people, and they've been like, "What?" I said, "Look, hey, this how we moving. This podcast, we will challenge ourselves to understand, challenge ourselves to listen, and challenge ourselves to hear. All right, so that's how we rock it. We ain't playing no games, So I'm really excited about that. I was able to work on some content, get some things together. So I'm feeling really optimistic, y'all. Today on this podcast, it hit me too, y'all. I was thinking about ideas and how I want to guide and guide this podcast. So people are definitely asking me about it, and and giving me their feedback. And today I want to talk about embarking on new journeys. Because I was thinking, it just hit me. I'm like, hey, what I'm gonna talk about on my next podcast? I want to use my podcast as things that I'm going through, things that I've experienced, other things that people have been through or experienced that I respect and will want to get on the podcast. Y'all, we're gonna make all that happen. All that happen. All right. So that's how we moving, okay? I'm definitely going to make sure we have some guest speakers. So many people are hitting me up to come up on the show. I promise to you, we're gonna make that happen. That's my word. Right now, I'm just kind of driving it, seeing how we're gonna move. But I'm gonna tell y'all like this, y'all. On the next podcast session that I do, I will be going live, okay? So y'all tune in. I will be going live on my main streams, my Facebook, my Instagram, so I can be able to interact with people. So I'm going to have my interactions going while I'm doing it. So I'm excited about that. So make sure y'all pay attention. I'm going to announce it when it's that time. I'm gonna do one more probably by myself to kind of communicate and I want to be able to have that interaction with I keep talking about it. I want to have that interaction with my viewers. You understand what I'm saying? And having that new journey. It can be a little uncomfortable. It really can, so that's another reason why, I want to talk about this situation and having a new journey, because even just this podcast is something new for me. I always wanted to learn how to open up a little bit and kind of let people know who I am and understand why I tick the way that I tick. You know what I mean? Because some people, if you think I just woke up and just was this guy, you got another thing coming. I went through some stuff. I experienced some stuff, and just it makes you a better person to the point where like, hey, you got all this on the inside. How did you get like that? Okay. I'm not really a public person too much, but this podcast is giving me an opportunity to be uncomfortable and, express who I am and kind of step out of the box, I think I was actually crying. I think I teared up in my last set, you know what I mean, in my last session. And I'm thankful for that because it's teaching me how to be uncomfortable. It's teaching me how to step out of that box. So I'm excited about that. But that new journey, all this is a new journey. You will feel uncomfortable. That's just kind of how I go. When you step out onto that new journey, whatever it is in life, whatever it is with your mindset got to change. When it comes down to new journeys, your mindset gotta change. If your mindset stay the same and you think you're going to break on a new journey, listen, you got another thing coming. When that new journey comes, that new mindset has to come, because when the new mindset comes, then your actions can be new. So all this stuff is just brand new material, brand new journey, brand new people, brand new places. That new journey we're going to talk about, new journeys is everything. Don't let yourself stay in this box. You understand what I'm saying? Get out of the box and explore what's up. That's how you really going to strike when you step out of the box and go into your new journey. Some people live life so content and they have all these ideas and all these new ways of life and they don't execute. They stay hidden in this box. They got the ideas in their head, but until that mindset change, your actions show, you're going to be still doing the same thing, living in the same places, driving the same car, dealing with the same people, going to the same places over and over and over. That stuff is whack. It's time for the new journey. Do not kick it when it's time to, just freshen up. Understand that challenges will be there though. But that's how I go. If y'all even look at the new place that y'all in right now compared to where y'all were, you were nervous. You were scared. You were nervous. But guess what? Look at you now. Think about that. If you would have never embarked on that new journey, you'll still be stuck with that same person, dealing with that same person that ain't doing right, dealing with that same job that ain't doing right, dealing with the same situations over and over and over. But as you step out there and embark on that new challenge, that new journey, that's when you really start living, y'all. Don't stay content. That ain't cool. Y'all. Embark on a new journey. I'm telling you, that's what we talk about all night. Embarking on new journeys. See what I'm saying? Don't be afraid. Now, I'm not telling you to jump the gun without taking no plans and being impulsive. I'm not saying that. That's definitely not what you do. It's definitely because it's gonna be scary. New journeys are scary because you never been there before. You never been there before. You used to the comfortable area. Nah, when you take this new journey, you're gonna jump out there. See what I'm saying? Take that new journey and jump out there and don't be scared. It's gonna be hurt. It's gonna be painful. I tell people like this: elevation hurts, y'all. I get someone. Hold on now. Hold on. Hospitality. Let me get some water. All right. What we sponsoring today? Deer Park. Y'all saw me putting this joint up here on the podcast. Because for real, later in the podcast, I'm going to have real stuff and merchandise and people and all that. Hey, y'all go, like, in between, hey, y'all go check out this Deer Park. Da-da-da-da-da. Real talk. So when we get into it, we're going to have other guests here. They're going to have their merchandise and all that. Watch, y'all. Watch. So that's how that's going, y'all. New challenges. It can be definitely painful. It definitely can be scary, but you just gotta push yourself through it. You can be isolated at times. That isolation ain't no joke. When it's time for a new journey and you start making different moves, everybody not gonna agree with what you're doing. Everybody not gonna still treat you the same. You just gotta keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you misunderstood, you just gotta understand that it's okay and just keep it moving. Be okay with being misunderstood. We'll talk about that one day, y'all. It's okay to be misunderstood. Don't put no energy and keep overly explaining yourself. They don't understand. They don't understand. Just keep going with your new journey. That's kind of how I go. Stop letting other people stamp your ideas with your journey. That's whack too. If you feel like it's for your life and what you want to do, go do it. Stop running to that person. Hey, yo. Hey, what you think about this? What you think about that? Nah, this is for you. You don't want to be opening up your plans 24/7 to everybody, because what happens is a person could not have your type of faith, and guess what? They ain't gonna give you no real stamp. Oh, you should do that. You know why? Because they don't think they can do it. So if they don't think they can do it, guess what they're gonna tell you? You can't do it. Don't let other people stamp your journey, your vision. If it's yours, it's yours. Everybody is different. All right? What I say, write that down. Hey, sometimes when I be doing my little motivational speeches, right? When I be talking to people, I be like, write that down. That's a good point. Write that down. No, but that's real, y'all. That's real. Don't let nobody else stamp your journey and your faith. Your faith is your faith. Your journey is your journey. And whatever your higher power tell you to do, that's what you do. All right? Don't let people box you, and that's really whack. And guess what? I fell victim to that before. That's how I learned it. I told people my vision, they get really excited. Guess what they do? Pure, they leave on me. Well, I tell people my vision, and guess what they do? They applaud on you low key. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's clapping is not really happy for y'all. It's another podcast. But anyways, that's how that go. Keep your vision to yourself. Sometimes you don't got to tell everybody. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get everybody, things to go, rip and run with. That ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? Keep it to yourself and keep your vision, your vision, because, everybody don't got your faith. You want to definitely be led. Be smart with your decision. Make sure you got, you don't want to just be impulsively switching up, the thing. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You want to make sure you planning this thing out, making sure you understand what's going on, because that's definitely not cool. Make sure y'all plan this thing out. Don't just jump out there, because at the end of the day, guess what? You have to accept responsibility for everything that happens after that. So everything that happened after that, guess what? You gotta accept responsibility. That's just really how it go. Everything that happens after that, the possibilities, you have to be responsible for, good and bad. So just make sure you live, make sure you prepare, but don't let nothing stop you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nothing stop you. Don't let nothing stop you. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about, today on this podcast. Accepting that new journey, jumping out there. Don't be afraid. Don't let nobody else stamp your vision. It's gonna hurt. You be isolated, but do what you gotta do, Change that mindset, change them actions, and get them moving. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be content, because, that stuff is not it. So I'm excited about the podcast, y'all. I'm excited. Hey, this is the real Uncomfortable Conversation podcast. This is a real one. You understand what I'm saying? We're going to be talking about some real stuff. I pride myself in being a real individual. And when you pride yourself being a real individual, guess what? You have a real, uncomfortable conversation podcast. Not just a normal joint. Nah, this real right here. It's real uncomfortable. Let me talking. This is the beginning, y'all. We're just getting our feet wet. Stay tuned if you want to and keep following when I do what I do. And y'all keep subscribing. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be a problem. And keep telling people about the podcast, y'all. Cause I'm telling you, I'm getting a lot of feedback and I really appreciate it. I'm getting a lot of feedback. Everybody that's subscribed, everybody that's giving me encouragement. I got people in my DMs, people that's calling me. I really appreciate it. I might not answer back 100%, you know what I'm saying? But I'm thankful for everybody that's supporting me and motivating me. It means a lot. It means a lot. This is brand new to me. I'm not usually so open, you know, but I feel like if I open up a little bit more, guess what? People can really tag into what I'm about and why I had this energy and why, you know what I'm saying? So I want to give people that opportunity to get to know me a little bit, know how I carry my energy, protect that energy. That energy is everything. If that energy ain't clean, let it go. That's another podcast. If that energy ain't there, let it go. We're going to take all these concepts and put it in one good, baby. I'm telling y'all. So just check me out. Stay tuned on my next live, on my next podcast. I'm actually going live so I can interact with people too. So this is just the warm up, getting everything primed up. We definitely going to get these guest speakers in here. Trust me, the line is long. Everybody want to come up here. But I definitely got to get these things taken care of. I want you guys to feel me. Feel the podcast starter. I'm the owner. Feel this vibe. Then we're going to put some people in so they see what's up. We ain't debating. We learning how to listen, how to learn, and how to understand. All right? That's how we moving, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all keep liking. Y'all make sure y'all keep subscribing. We not playing. Next podcast session, I will be going live. Y'all stay tuned to that, okay? Have a nice day.